Passing through the village of Tea Kettle, folks. Still very quiet here on the tarmac. No ruction and destruction yet. Still very quiet here on the tarmac as we pass through the village of Tea Kettle. It's young Jason Godoy Jr. on the front taking over the pace. Ahmad Charrington moving up. The Guatemalan, Kevin Roas, Malachi Maivit, Mateo Monterosa, Aiden Busano, young Eric Jr. looking at the face of the riders as he dances with the pedal. There's a fake attack by young Keith Enright Jr. race number 13. The guys ride pretty slow, but it's a heavy headwind. We are doing some 18 miles an hour as we head through the village of Tea Kettle. Feel the heavy headwind, man. A lot of pain and punishment today for the riders taking part in the 24th running of the 24th run of the BL Junior Cross Country Race. At the same time, the young ladies are on their way, I believe. It's 10:25, so the young ladies have started some 25 minutes ago. Folks, it's blistering hot out here and heavy headwind as we head towards, we're still through the village of Tea Kettle, headed towards Kamalote. And try to get a count of how many riders are here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 riders. 19 riders still in the hunt. 19 riders still in the hunt. Young Jason Godoy going to his vehicle to get service. And young Nathan Perry dropping at the back to get service also. Dancing on the front, we have Malachi Maivit, race number 19. Folks, once again, let's keep the memory of our brothers in our mind. It's been one exact year since Mr. Wilbert Yellowbanks lost his life 1 year ago today. So his memory lives on. He'll be right out here on his motorcycle driving me, keeping you guys informed. So will not be forgotten, Wilbert. Yes, yesterday we did a little ride in his memory. I decided I took part, ride the entire route. Had to get a little push on the end, but his memory lives on. Folks, this is the 24th running of the BL Junior Cross Country Cycling Classic, being held here today on this beautiful Sunday, but very hot and windy day. Good for the keys. These cyclists will take a whole lot of suffering. We have a whole lot of miles remaining, some 52 miles remaining in this event. Yes, some 52 miles remaining in this event today. The junior cross country, one rider up front, it's Malachi Maivit. Dance on the saddle as we pass through the village of Tea Kettle. It's all Malachi Maivit. He's opening up the gap. He has about 10 bicycle lengths, and here goes Carman Smith moving up to the front. He rides for Team Valvoline along with Ashrel Bilal, the two Valvoline rider moving up. Rider scrambling as Cameron Smith closing the gap, being followed by young Jason Godoy Jr. There's young Nathan Perfit at the back, the Pouch Water, and young Jamal Tablada Jr. There's the dangerous Kevin Roas. The one rider have opened the gap some more. The one rider have opened the gap. That's Malachi Maivit. Definitely have expanded the gap. That's it. We are in the village of Kamalote. And Malachi Maverick riding away, and it's all young Cameron Smith in heavy pursuit. The whole field lined up behind him. Malachi Maverick rides for G Flow as we pass through Kamalote, and it's Cameron Smith being a sacrificial lamb for the for Team Valvoline as he mashes that pedal. With every pedal stroke he's closing the gap to Malachi Maverick, who have opened the gap, but now the gap is closing, putting off the pace. Now on the pace, it's the young Riga rider Jason Godoy, looking good, closing the gap for his. So it seems that the teams really have them domestic today. I counted 19 riders a while ago, all heading towards Kamalote village. Actually, I think we are in Kamalote village now. We are in Kamalote village, and it's still Malachi Maverick up front. Again, back on the pace, it's the rider for Team Valvoline, that's Cameron Smith, doing his job out here today, closing back anyone who tried to escape. There's a prize coming up at the Kamalote switch station, I believe, Makasese. Switch yard. It's Kamalote switch yard. And they have brought back Malachi Maverick is back in the pack at the hands of two riders, young Jason Godoy Jr. and Cameron Smith. Those are two riders who brought back. That's it, Kamalote. We are passing through Kamalote. Folks, I don't know if you could hear the wind through the helmet, but man, I feel like I'm at a beach. Heavy headwind. The two G Flow rider up front, Malachi Maverick and young Ahmad Cherrington, followed by Keith Enright, Aiden Bossano, Jason Godoy, Johan Choto, Devin Major, Joshua Aldana, Mateo Monterosa, Kevin Roas, Jaheim Lewis, Tamon Morris, Joseph Lam, Ashwat Belail, Jamal Tablada Jr., Kadeen Sutherland, Tyon Chi, and Nathan Perifit. And again, it's the super domestique for the Team Valvoline, who is turn up the ants nest out here. That's Cameron Smith, getting the attention of all other riders, along with his teammate, young Ashra Belal, being marked by the young war tank, Ahmad Cherrington. There's Malachi getting his service. Coming off the pace, still on the pace, is young Ashwell Belal, riding for Team Valvoline, race number 37. I believe it's the 19 riders are still here, still 19 riders, but as we hit we turn out of Balonpan, we'll definitely see some more action. As Cameron Smith gets service from his teammates, from his service crew. We head into the Rolling Creek area, and it's still this young man doing a lot of work this morning. That's a young Malachi Maivit riding for G floor. He's looking good. Out of the saddle again. Up into the incline, a small gap. Nobody responding to the move. Nobody responding to the move of Malachi Maivit as he drive. He can get the prize there at the Kamalota switch yard. So we're not too far from that. We can see official way up in the distance. They have the flag waving at the Kamalota switch yard. The BEL, I mean. And it's all Malachi Maivit. In hot pursuit, we have Aiden Bossano and number 17, young Ahmad Charrington. There's a young Jamal Tablada trying to close the gap. They have caught up to Malachi Maivit. So it's 2G floor and a Riga rider. And there's a flag waving. There's a flag waving at the Kamalota switch yard. The flag is waving. Who will get that prize? Let's see if it's a G floor rider, if the Riga rider will get that prize. As we make a, and they are blowing past us is Kevin Roas. Kevin Roas been marked by two. Kevin Roas will get a prize. Easy, Kevin Roas. Let me see. He's been it was close. Kevin Roas. We have Tamron Morris and we have Devin Major. A gap in between, and it's young Keith Enright Jr. It's a heavy headwind. Keith Enright Jr. missed that. He's going all out ballistic to try to close the gap to three riders who's up front. Keith Enright Jr. closing the gap, being followed by Malachi Maivit, young Ahmad Charrington, young Ashwell Bilal, Kadeen Sutherland, Joseph Lam, young Nathan Perifit. They have caught up. We are passing, about to approach the rundown to Rolling Creek.
Everybody move now! Move now! Move now! Now! I didn't hear a long time. Move! Move now!
So we just up front. Traffic to pass through as we head towards Rolling Creek. Just in front, we have to move up because of the traffic. Heading to the rundown at Rolling Creek. The group is still there. So when we move away, because the camera have to move away because of the heavy traffic, folks. So gotta get patience. The drone is up above along the riders. Here comes the field of riders. On the front we have Ahmad Charrington. Ahmad Charrington followed by Monterosa. A big crash, oh no. The two Guatemalans are down. Nathan is down. Bossano is down. Devin Major is down. A big crash, folks. A big crash on the rundown. A huge crash. They got me going at a high speed and riders scatter all over the tarmac. The two Guatemalans are down, folks. Cycling is so very dangerous. As the riders and pressure on, we are passing through Rolling Creek. And there's an attack by Jaheim Lewis. Big crash. So let's who will remain in this pack. We have two riders off the front. We have Keith Enright Jr. You have two riders up front. We have Malachi Maivit, we have Jaheim Lewis, and we have Aiden Bossano up front. And in this group, we have We have Jamal Tablada. We have Mr. Young Jason Godoy. We have Ahmad Charrington. We have Tayon Chi. We have Johan Choto. We have Kiedin Sutherland. We have Joshua Aldana. Ashwell Bilal. These are the guys in this group. 3 riders just off the front. Yeah. Stay right there, this quarter. Stay right there, this quarter. So 3 riders just up front, and in this group we have on the pace we have Jamal Tablada Jr., followed by Ahmad Charrington, followed by Jason Godoy, Keith Enright Jr., Ashwell, I did say Ashwell Bilal, Young Carmine Smith, Joseph Lam, Joshua Aldana, Kiedin Sutherland. We can see the Guatemalan coming back. We can see young Roas coming back. Young Roas coming back. Kevin Roas making his way back to the field of riders. Kevin Roas making his way back after that nasty fall. There's Kevin Roas as he joined back the field of riders. Immediately there's an attack by Ashwell Bilal, closing the gap to the 3 riders. And there goes Kevin Roas as he tried to close back the gap. We are heading towards the Hector Silva airstrip, where a $75 gift certificate given by BEL. All the prizes are being given by EL, so everything, all the prizes are from BEL. Still 3 riders up front. It's Jaheim Lewis, Malachi Maivit, and Aiden Bosano. Closing the gap, crossing over to the 3 riders is another Valvoline rider, Ashwell Bilal. And Rojas has made it back to the group. We can see the riders trying to make it back. We see some other riders trying to close back the gap. As we make our way up to the, we can see who get the prize. We see Jaheim Lewis winning that prize at the Hector Silva airstrip. Chaotic folks, a huge crash just now, taking out some top riders. I saw the young Nathan Perifit on the ground. I saw the 2 Guatemalans were on the ground. I saw Tamron Morris was on the ground, and quite a number of other riders. The Guatemalan had made it back, but seems that something happened with the hand. I see the holy hand, like something wrong with his hand. Here goes Keith Enright Jr. Keith Enright Jr. jumping across. Keith Enright Jr. So we have 2 Valvoline riders up front, and there's Keith Enright Jr. Keith Enright Jr. trying to cross solo to the 4 riders up front, 2 teammates there. We can see the young Jamal Tablada. So those are the 2 riders that their father have won the cross country in a hunt to make history today, as young Jaheim Lewis makes his way over. He's closing the gap with every pedal stroke, folks. And look at riders as they scatter all over the tarmac. We can see Kevin Rojas closing the gap. Kevin Rojas being followed by young Joshua Aldana, young Tablada, and young Tayon Chi. And Keith Enright have single-handedly flown across to the group. Yes, Keith Enright Jr. have flown across to the group. He have joined his 2 teammates, so it's 3 Valvoline up front, along with a rider from Griga and a rider from G-Flow. So it's 3 Valvoline up front. And at the back here, we can still see Roas. He's definitely in some serious pain. He's holding his right hand. He's definitely hurting. He probably have a shoulder problem. But Kevin Roas in some serious pain, but pedaling away ferociously, trying to close the gap to the 5 riders. It's all Kevin Roas. You can see the pain in his face. Yes, Kevin Roas. He's definitely feeling the pain. And Kevin Roas, no one assisting him. He has to close that gap all on his own with 5 riders out front. 3 riders from Valbuena, and here goes Roas. Here goes Roas out of his saddle, digging deep. Look at him go. That man is a madman. Crashing, and he's riding himself over to the 5 lead riders. Kevin Roas all alone. No one is able to stay on his wheel. Joseph Lamb digging deep, trying to stay on the wheel of Roas. Roas have joined the 5 riders up front. Look at Joseph Lamb riding for rolling shutter, trying to close that gap along with Tan Chi, Joshua Aldana, young Carmen Smith, Kadeen Sutherland, and Jamal Tablada Jr. Folks, Roas have caught the front group, and here goes Joshua Aldana as he closes the gap. So this group is back together. Only a few riders remain in this group. Only a few riders remaining in this group. Sitting at the back here, we have Kadeen Sutherland. We have Jamal Tablada Jr. We have Joseph Lamb, Tyon Chi, Carman Smith, Jaheim Lewis, Joshua Aldana. So then until the vehicle move out the way. On the front we have Malachi Mavid on the front. Folks, sometimes they come all over the place, but it get dangerous. I have to pay attention, keen attention. As we move up, heavy traffic. As we move up, it's Busano on the front. Busano being followed by young Joshua Aldana, being followed by young Ashwell Belial. We are somewhere around mile 45 here on the George Price Highway. This is the 2024 BL Junior Cross Country Cycling Classic. Folks, a massive crash happened on the rundown at Rolling Creek. Some big riders did not crash. Tamron Morris is a rider not back yet. We'll see if, I don't know if anything on the bike. Nathan Perfeet had a nasty fall too, and you can see Roas still is definitely in some pain. Roas still has his right hand. He's holding the handlebar with one hand. So Roas definitely suffered some kind of injury. You can see him one hand holding his handlebar. He definitely has. Look at him. You can see one hand. Roas. You can see the grimace on his face. He's definitely in some pain. As young Jaheim Lewis on the attack. And I must tell you, cyclists are tough people, man. You could see the young man Roas definitely in some pain. But as he continues to lift the pace, yes, Roas lifting the pace. He's out front, he's lifting the pace. He's been followed by Malachi Mavid, young Jaheim Lewis, Keith Enright Jr., and number 18, Joshua Aldana. And we can see it's Jamal Tablada trying to close the gap. And it's Roas still in the front with a grimace on his face. So this sport is so tough that you train so hard, you have a nasty fall, and that could change your whole outcome of the race. It's all part of the sport of cycling, and that's why I call them road warriors, gladiators on the tarmac, because you suffer the pain you suffer just by racing, and when you have something like that issue, you have a fall, it definitely takes its toll on the body. So we are on the George Price Highway heading towards Cotton Tree. We're somewhere around mile 44 here on the George Price Highway. Here comes young Jaheim Lewis. The next station price comes up at Jaguapa entrance. Yeah, alright. And now it's young Keith Enright Jr. Race number 13, Keith Enright Jr. been marked by Joshua Aldana. There's number 2, Eden Busano. There's number 40, Jamal Tablada Jr. Number 19, Malachi Mavit. Number 49, Kevin Roas. Number 1, Malachi Tamon Morris is back. He's back. You can see jersey all battered up, but Riga fans, Tamron Morris is back in the group, folks. He's back. The young man is back after suffering that nasty fall. He's back, surviving that road, meeting the tarmac, that nasty crash. I see Mita, Mita completely come off a bike. He hang on the side. But Tamron Morris is back. He wears number 1. The young man have a heart of a lion as he made it back. And we can see just off the back, we can see young Johan Choto and Ashel Belal. I don't know if they have a service or if they're in pain. Look at the face of young Carmel Smith, mouth wide open up. And 3 riders just off the front. It's Keith Enright Jr., Jashan Aldana, and Eden Musano. It's the Guatemalan who have to do all the work, being marked by Jamal Tablada Jr. Folks, who will it be? Will history be made today? We have 2 young men who can make history today in the likes of Jamal Tablada Jr. and Keith Enright Jr. And both are there, right in the mix. Up front we have the 3 riders, Eden Busano, young Joshua Aldana, and young Keith Enright Jr. And these guys and Jamal Tablada have to do a lot of work. He has no team, he's riding all alone, and he definitely put in a small gap as Jamal Tablada trying to close the gap over to the 3 lead riders, Jamal Tablada, race number 40, along with Tamron Morris with a nasty fall as they try to close the gap. So they are attacking. These 2 guys are from Riga. They are trying to cross over. Here comes the Guatemalan. Here comes the Guatemalan. Kevin Rojas looking back, still have that grimace on his face, still holding his hand. Only a few riders remaining. And the 3 riders still out front. It's Keith Enright Jr. Keith Enright Jr. rides for Team Valvoline on the front, laying down the law. Keith Enright Jr. on the front, laying down the law, being followed by Eden Busano and young Joshua Aldana as they open the gap. Tablada looking back for help. He's looking back. Yes, young Jamal Tablada has his work cut out today for him. Young Keith Enright Jr. is up front, along with Eden Busano and Joshua Aldana. Here is you can see young Tamron Morris had some kind of I see he holding his thumb, so he probably hurt his thumb too. Here comes over riding over to the 2 is young Kadeen Sutherland. Here comes the War Tank, young Ahmad Charrington, followed by the young Tyon Chi. Big kudos to this young man, Tyon Chi. Here comes Ashel Belal, the Guatemalan, going back to his vehicle to get service and to check on his arm. He's dousing himself with water. There is Carmel Smith trying to close the gap along with Jaheim Lewis and Joseph Lam and Johan Choto. We can see Malachi Mavit at the back coming across with the Guatemalan. With this all young War Tank, Ahmad Charrington riding for G-Flow, trying to close the gap. There's no G-Flow up front, so oh, you know who Meganong in a crash? He's not here. Yes, Devin Major is not here. So Ahmad Charrington is left to where it's all Ahmad Charrington. One of the only G-Flow here, trying to close the gap. Ahmad Charrington is not happy. He's shouting for the guys. Ahmad Charrington been followed by young Tyon Chi, Jamal Tablada Jr., Cameron Morris, Kadeen Sutherland, and Ashwell Belial. Folks, and the three riders are extending their lead. We have the three riders in the likes of Keith Enright Jr., Aiden Busano, and young Joshua Aldana. And looking back, watch behind you. Watch behind you, everybody come fast. Move out of the way. So, two riders have joined the lead field of riders. The Guatemalan have come across, and here goes Kevin Roas. And a mad onslaught. Kevin Roas. As we make our way through Cotton Tree, Kevin Roas. The traffic out here is crazy, and so it causes a lot of confusion. The traffic needs to get out of the way. So Kevin Roas and a massive attack just now. They have caught back the five lead riders, so the race is back together. Folks, it's like crazy house out there. You have to, they're at the wits. So let me explain how they have to do it. When a certain vehicle pile up behind the Peloton, they wait for a few traffic, and then the officials let them pass through, because you have to make the traffic pass through every time a vehicle comes. Then it causes chaos, no? So they allow a certain amount of vehicle to pass through and then return back to racing. On the front, I can see Malachi Mavid being followed by a Greek rider. I think that's Busano. Yes, that's Malachi Mavid, Busano, and young Ashwell Belial. Those are the three riders up front now, and all the pacing is left up to Kevin Roas to close back that gap. So we have three riders from three different teams. We have a G-Flow rider in the likes of Malachi Mavid. We have a rider from Riga in the likes of Busano, and we have a rider from Valvoline in the likes of young Ashwell Belial. Here comes the Guatemalan. Here comes Keith Enright Jr. On the front we have Keith Enright Jr., Ahmad Charrington, Guatemalan, Kevin Roas, young Jamal Tablada, Joshua Aldana. As we head towards mile 41, the mural site for Kadim Banks and Edison Osha. I guess the Banks family will be there. So Ashwell Belial is not able to stay with the two lead riders. Okay. Aldana. So folks, we have to move. Once the official tell we move, we have to move. We can't stay in between because they don't want the cyclists to use us as a target. So we move up to the front of the race. We have two riders. All the way up front. We have two riders, Malachi Maivid and Aiden Busano, up front. Two riders leading the charge here on the George Price Highway. This is the 2024 BL Junior Cross Country Race. It's Malachi Maivid and Aiden Busano. Those are the two riders, number 19 and number 2, G-Flow rider and the rider from Riga. We can see Asher Bilal in the gap, and the other riders some 30 seconds behind. Griga looking good, G-Flow looking good. Busano and the pace, driving the pace. Busano, where's number 2, looking good. Busano, look like he ride the teammate bike. And Malachi Maivid, where's number 19 for G-Flow, as they make their way towards Beaver Dam Bridge. It's the two riders, they have opened a gap, and Asher Bilal not able to stay with the onslaught. There's a drone in the sky from the BL, and it's all Malachi Maivid and Aiden Busano. Two riders, Griga looking good, G-Flow looking good at this moment. They have some 30 seconds lead and the main group of riders. Busano and Maivid, number 2 and number 19, as they press on, folks. Like I mentioned, the next prize coming up at the Jaguapa entrance. A gift certificate of, I believe it's $75. Let me check. Yes, Jaguapa, $75. Turn my camera back. No one in sight. Only young Asher Bilal way in the distance. But we are here with the two lead riders, Aiden Busano and Malachi Maivid. Both looking smooth, both looking good, no sign of suffering, nice high cadence. 40 seconds the gap, 40 seconds is the gap. 40 seconds the gap to the two lead riders, though that gap is manageable in this climatic condition here. It's very hot, very windy. Look at the trees as they wave to the riders. The grass lying down. Once again, we want to big up BL, corporate sponsor for this race for a couple of years. This is the 24th running of the BL Junior Cross Country. At this very moment, the young ladies are on the tarmac heading towards the city. They started at 10 o'clock at Cotton Tree. 7 young ladies battling it out. Yeah, we got the gap. So 40 seconds is the gap. Still, the two riders continuing to press on as we approach the Beaver Dam Bridge shortly. Seems that they have caught up. The group at the back have caught up to Ashra Bilal, but it's still the two riders up front. Yeah. Yes, give you the sign at 40 seconds. The two lead riders in the lights of Aiden Bossano and Malachi Maivit. Malachi Maivit back full. I don't know if the alone paper I have the back there for the waterway drink, but Malachi Maivit digging deep, looking good. Malachi Maivit looking good. Malachi Maivit and Aiden Bossano, the two riders leading the charge out here on the Judge Price Highway in the 24th running of the BL Junior Cross Country Race. Can these two riders ride all the way to the city alone, or if they will be caught? What do you guys think? We still have big hitters back there, like well, I might have his teammates, so Keith Enright Jr. will have to rally his troops and try to close this gap. We have the Guatemalan there, we have other top riders there. Young Ahmad Charrington is there. As we cross over the Beaver Dam Bridge, still two lead riders. So as these two riders press on, I understand that nobody want to help the Guatemalan. So these guys, if they not get serious, these guys can ride all the way to the city. And we have a new champion. Well, the defending champion have moved up, so we have no defending champion in this race today. So by any means, there will be a new champion crowned today in the 2025 24th running of the BL Junior Cross Country. Up front, the two riders, Aiden Bossano and Malachi Maivit. A huge bus to come back, so we have to pull up front, folks. So every time I say we pull up front, because of the traffic, they're allowing the traffic to pass through. Can't hold up the traffic, the road is not closed. This is the 2024, this is the 2025, the 24th running of the Junior Cross Country Race, and sponsored by BEL. There's a Boss Express. Heavy traffic, folks. Feel like Tarzan on tree on this back of this motorcycle. More traffic coming through. Want to pick up my driver. Have to pay keen attention. So we have to pull way out in front of the race. BL is doing some work on the road, and so some of the vehicles are on the side. So we have to move all the way up front. We'll slow down back shortly and catch up with the race. Pleasant good morning, cycling fans. We are coming to you live from the George Price Highway in the 24th running of the Junior Cross Country Cycling Classic. Yes, man. So as we see two riders making their way towards us, we are right here where they get some fresh coconut water. Yeah, I'm gonna get one quick. Hmm? Oh, close that for me, please. Oh, yeah, come on, pana. Move that for me. Yeah. So we have three Valvoline riders here. It's all the Guatemalan. As the riders, the two riders still have about some 30 second lead. We have to go back to front. 104, like that. Rick, we have to go back front. Cavalier with the camera, so we have to go back front. So folks, once I work with the CFB, I have to they have multiple cameras, so I have to go back front with the two lead riders, and the next camera back. So the gap have pried open. So we move way back to the front of the race. We have two riders have broken clear. We have Aiden Busano and Tamron Morris. Those are the two riders up front. Station prize has been given, and I believe that Aiden Busano will get a prize here at the entrance to Jaguar. So we have Malachi Maivit, number 19 rides for G-Flow, and we have number 2 Aiden Busano rides for Riga Cycling. Two riders are looking good. The gap is closing, folks. The gap is closing. We have the two riders as they make their way towards mile, just past mile 37, heading towards mile 36. Two lead riders, Aiden Busano and Tamron Murray, and Aiden Busano and Malachi Maivit. Yeah. So Folks, you have to stay right here with these two lead riders. Malachi Maivit and Eden Bossano. Approaching mile 36, two lead riders in the likes of Aiden Bossano and Malachi Maivit. One rides for Griga, the other rides for G Flow. Next price come up at the Democracia substation. That's you have $150 plus $100. So it's two gift certificate, one value at $150 and then next one value at $100. So two prizes coming up shortly. La Democracia service station. There the guys from BL working. So the gap definitely closed. We can see the guys in the distance. The gap have closed. We can see the guys in the distance. So shortly we'll have to move out of here. It's down to 32 seconds. It's down to 32 seconds, folks. It's down to 32 seconds. Mile 36. You can see the riders in the distance, so we have to move out in a short while. Alright, so more traffic. We have to pull up on the side. We have to move, Eric. Make we go. We have to move. Folks, and we can see it's Kevin Roas being followed by Kevin Roas, Ahmad Charrington, Keith Enright Jr., Tamron Morris, and we have young Jamal Tablada. Now it's a new wrinkle. They have caught up to the two lead riders. So we have two riders from Griga. We have two riders from G Flow. Man, there's a lot of traffic. Every minute they have to move because of traffic. Too much traffic on the highway. But it's a new ball game, folks. They have caught up to the two riders, so open race again. So the two riders that their father one is right here. We have the young Keith Enright Jr. and young Jamal Tablada. I'll give you a count of how many riders are in that group. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 riders remaining. 12 riders remaining. Jaheim Lewis is here. Kadeen Sutherland is here. Young Tyon Chi is here. Very, very busy highway today. Very busy. Every minute you have to move out. Very, very busy highway. "12 riders in the lead group. Jaheim Lewis, Keith Enright, Kevin Roas, Eden Busano, Malachi Maivit, Kadeen Sutherland, Young Tyon Chi, Tamron Morris. We are passing just past mile 35 here on the George Price Highway, heading towards the city. Folks, who will it be? We'll definitely know some more attacks will happen, more ruction and destruction. But 12 riders surviving so far. Started with about 37 riders. And this is where the standing service is. They line up at mile between 35 and 30. So if you turn the camera, you see the fans up on the side. They are the fans. Wave to the camera. Alright, those are Tablada fans. Yeah. These are the fans for Tablada. So you can have standing service. More fans. Tamada grandmother. Smithereens. We passed mile 35 heading towards mile 34. 12 riders together. We can see young Jamal Tablada. We can see it's young Tablada, Jamal Tablada all alone out front. You alright? Yeah, yeah. We have Joshua Dana closing the gap back to Joshua. And we're gonna just now a vehicle going off at the edge of the road. He's back on the road. We are at mile heading towards mile 34. You can see Keith Enright Jr. on the front. Passing mile 34 on the George Price Highway. You can see the whole Valvoline team in training. You're away to cheer on their riders. So the whole the G-Flow crowd cheering on their riders.
What's up?
And yeah. So it's Jamal Tablada Jr. on the front driving the pace, trying to close the two riders up front. We have up front again is Aiden Bossano and young Ashwell Belial. But here is Jamal Tablada Jr. on the front. Marching, sitting on his wheel, is young Tamron Morris, young Keith Enright Jr., young Ahmad Charrington, young Tayon Chi, Joshua Aldana closing the gap. We have Jaheim Lewis, the Guatemalan, Kevin Roas still there. Young Cadian Sutherland still in the mix. And Aldana bringing back the two guys. Number 18 Aldana bringing back the two leaders in the likes of Aiden Bossano and young Ashwell Belial, approaching mile 33 here on the George Price Highway. Huh? I just need it for the station price. I think the next station price come out the substation here at mile 30, La Democracia. It's $150 and $100. See there? You don't pass Jagapa with the substation, this, and the next one will be mile 26. So this price coming up is $150 plus $100 gift certificate. Ending up the climb here by mile 32. So young Tayon Chi getting his service. He's the only rider from Chavaria Cycling still in the hunt. We have two riders from Riga. We have Aiden Bossano and we have Tamron Morris. We have three G-Flow riders. We have Keith Enright Jr. We have Jaheim Lewis. And we have Ashwell Belial. G-Flow riders, we have Joshua Aldana. We have Malachi Maivit, and we have young Ahmad Charrington, one Guatemalan rider, Kevin Roas, an attached rider, we have KD in Sutherland, and who is the other rider? I think that's it. So Bossano get back his bike. He switched his bike just now. Quick change by Bossano as he got back his bike. He was running his teammate bike. Now he's back on his bike. We are approaching mile 32 here on the George Price Highway. This is the 24th running of the BL Junior Cross Country. I know the fans they want to see some more action. Well, all these guys are in excellent shape. Very impressed with the young Tayon Chi still here with the big hitters. He's the I think himself he's a youth rider here along with young Ahmad Charrington, who is number 17, rides for G-Flow. But slow, and they're down to about 12 miles an hour. Heavy headwind. And in front we have Joshua Aldana, followed by Tamron Morris. We're just behind the folks. We're approaching Cheers restaurant, and we're here with the 12 lead riders. They go pretty slow, something like 14 miles an hour in this heavy headwind. Valvoline getting service. Approaching Cheers restaurant. No excitement at this moment. Aldana on the attack, Joshua Aldana. Immediately he got the attention of Busano. Joshua Aldana riding for G-Flow on the attack, been getting the attention of Busano. Busano riding over to Joshua Aldana. No one responding. All the G-Flow riders at the front free wheel. The Valvoline riders, they respond. And Joshua Aldana and Bosano riding away as we approach Mahogany Heights. The gap is spread open, guys, and don't have about 8 seconds or so. Nobody responding. They are looking back. And a G-Flow rider, so the G-Flow rider won't. So Valvoline will have to take up the charge. Young Jaheim Lewis now on the pace, trying to close back that gap. Passing Mahogany Heights. young Jaheim Lewis and the pace. We can see the riders up front. They have opened and they have extended their gap. We are just behind the main field of riders, so it's 10 riders, 2 riders jumped out. That was young Joshua Aldana and Aiden Bossano as they make their way towards the mile 30, just past 31, they're heading towards mile 30 where the prize will be given out. The substation, a $150 for $100 station prize being given out. So we are here with the 10 riders. Give you their names. It's Jaheim Lewis and the pace, followed by Ahmad Charrington, followed by Jamal Tablada Jr., followed by Tyon Chi, followed by young Jaheim Lewis. We have the Guatemalan Kevin Roas. We have Tamron Morris, we have Keith Enright Jr., we have 34 seconds to gap. We have Malachi Maivit, and at the center at the back, race number 39, we have Dean Sutherland. And it's now it's Asher Belal on the front for G Flow, closing the back of the gap. We can see the 2 riders climbing up by the zoo, and we just heading into the the bridge. So the gap is manageable. It's 34 seconds. I said the gap was 34 seconds. So let me get the names again. We have Jamal Tablada Jr., we have Ahmad Charrington, we have Kevin Rojas, we have Ashwell Belail, we have Jaheim Lewis, we have Keith Enright Jr., we have Tyon Chi, we have Tamron Morris, we have Malachi Maivit, and we have Caden Sutherland. These are the riders, and the two riders have blown the whole race to smithereens. Joshua Aldana and young Aiden Busano is up the tarmac. So mga man that I work earlier this morning, yung Malakai Maivit. Man to go to a sandwich and eat. That's Malakai Maivit getting a sandwich, eating what we a sandwich. It's like a Sunday ride. We did a mile 29. We're behind the field of ten riders and two riders riding away. $114, the gap, but done 114 already. So they're allowing these guys, look at them down the highway. 114 is the gap to the two lead riders. How about it? Now about it. So 114 is a gap. 114 is a gap to the two lead riders. The likes of Joshua Aldana riding for G-Floor and young Aiden Busano rides for Team Greeka Cycling. Will these guys allow them to ride all the way to the city? Will they close back that gap? It's young Ashwell Belal driving the PS, taking over the PS now. It's the G-Floor rider Ahmad Charrington, the Guatemalan Kevin Roas, There we have Tamron Morris. We have young Tayon Chi looking good, the youngest amongst the bunch. We have young kid in Sutherland. We have Keith Enright Jr. We have Malachi Mivit, and sitting at the back we have Jaheim Lewis. So these are the riders in this group. But up the road, 2 lead riders in the likes of Joshua Aldana and Aiden Bossano. The pace is 25 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour, and it's all young Ashwell Belial on the front. So if Jaheim Lewis, not Jaheim Lewis, if Keith Enright Jr. team and young Jamal Tablada now get serious, their chances of winning the junior cross country and making history is slipping through the back door. So they have to get serious and try to get those 2 guys. We passed mile 27, so we're inching closer, folks. We are coming down. We don't pass over halfway of the race already, so it's coming down to the latter part, and that gap that is there, they have to get serious, or that these guys, they open this gap much more, it'll be lights out. But they are all marking the Guatemalan, Kevin Roas. Heading towards mile 26, there's a station price at mile 26. Just at the incline there, and the guys just about to reach there. We can see them way in the distance. The 2 lead riders. I'm not sure what the
148.
148, the gap opens some more, 148. So I'm not sure what team Valor do, but they are allowing these guys to ride away. So they are in the hot seat because Griga have a cyclist there and G-Flow have a cyclist there. So it's Valvoline turn to try to close that gap, but I guess they are waiting on Roas to do all the heavy chasing, and every opportunity the guys get at the front and continue steady pacing, this gap will open and the field at the back. So we are approaching mile 26, and we are here with the 10 riders. We have Kevin Roas, we have Tamron Morris, we have Ashwell Belial, we have Tayon Chi, we have Caden Sutherland, we have Jamal Tablada Jr., we have Keith Enright Jr., we have young Malachi Mivit, we have young Jaheim Lewis, we have young Tayon Chi. Back on the pace. The super domestic for Team Valvoline is back on the pace. That's young Ashwell Belial. Trying to manage that gap, which have opened up to 1 minute and 48 seconds. Getting dangerous, folks. And we faces a heavy headwind. 222, the gap have expanded some more. 222, the gap developed like smithereens. 222 is the gap according to the officials. 222, that's getting dangerous, folks. In this heavy headwind, 222 is a lot to close. 222 is the gap. Yeah, got it there. 222 is the gap. 222, the front, the two lead riders. 222 to this main field of riders. Going up the incline, it's all the work is left up to all is young Ashwell Bilal riding for Team G Flow. Realize it is getting dangerous as Aldana and Busano is all the way up some 2 minutes 22 seconds ahead of this group. A lot of pressure is on the G Flow cycling team, not G Flow, the Valvoline cycling team. If they mess around, we'll have a surprise winner today. And the pace have picked up, and young Ashwell almost look for pay for that effort. We see Jahin Lewis, and here goes Keith Enright Jr. Keith Enright Jr. attacking out. Keith Enright Jr. attacking out. Keith Enright Jr. decided it's time to go. It's time to go. Keith Enright Jr. attacking out on a solo run. Keith Enright Jr. have taken matters into his own hand, hot on his heel. We have number it's Ahmad Charrington hot on the heel as Keith Enright Jr. realized the space. This is getting out of hand, and they are all hot on the heel. His teammates have paid for it. Ashwell Bilal no longer with the group. The gap have opened up, and Keith Enright all alone, trying to close that gap all alone. Keith Enright in a TT tuck position. Keith Enright looking back to see the damage. They close the gap, but he continues to press on. It's all Keith Enright Jr. Keith Enright Jr. all alone. He continues to press on. Keith Enright Jr. Keith Enright Jr. is riding away from this group of riders. They have settled, and it's the Guatemalan Roas that has been left to do all the work. It's a Guatemalan Roas. And Keith Enright in a TT tuck position, and he continued to ride. Keith Enright said, that's it. Keith Enright Jr. decided we had mile 25. Keith Enright Jr. in an all-T tuck position as he continued to pry the gap open and these Yasaf riders, and we can see the G Flow, we can see Malachi Maivit trying to close that gap. Malachi Maivit now on the pace as Keith Enright Jr. open the gap, and these 9 riders, actually 8 riders, because his teammate gave his all, and then he attacked out. So young Ashwell Bilal is no longer here. He have succumbed to the pain and punishment. He played the role of super domestique, and Keith Enright Jr. riding solo, trying to cross over to 2 lead riders. Let us see if Keith Enright will manage that, and we can see now it's Ahmad Charrington trying to close that gap, followed by Kadeen Sutherland. They are all seeing Keith Enright Jr. riding away, and they are trying. Now it's Kadeen Sutherland in the front, followed by Ahmad Charrington, followed by and the vicious pace have taken a toll on Young Tan Chi not able to stay with this group. Yes, as Ahmad Charrington pushes the pace to some 27 miles an hour, and Keith Enright continue to ride away, folks. Keith Enright continue to ride away. This is what I want to see. This is excitement. You know, they my voice went dormant for a while with them riding at 12 miles an hour, but now Keith Enright Jr. presses on, folks, as young Kadeen Sutherland wears number 39, giving a hand. Another rider losing contact is young Tamron Morris of Griga Cycling. He's no longer able to stay with the onslaught of Kadeen Sutherland, wears number 39. Here again, young Ahmad Charrington wears number 17 on the pace, but Keith Enright holding his foot. Riders peeling off left, right, and center. They've been scattered like skittles. Yes, they are being scattered like skittles. young Keith Enright Jr. said, it's time to go. I'm not waiting anymore. And look at Ahmad Charrington, very mad. He's looking back. He's asking for help. And look at young Caden Sutherland. Young Caden Sutherland, a first timer in this event. Caden Sutherland and the pace. They are trying, working like a well-oiled chain to close back Keith Enright Jr. But Keith Enright Jr. continues to time trial his way. Seems that he's going to ride over to the lead. He can see, we at mile 24 on this rundown, we can see the two lead riders up front, and we can see Keith Enright Jr. all alone. Seems that this young man wants to go across all by himself. Keith Enright Jr. open up the gap, and these riders, as Caden Sutherland, where's now at 39, where's DigiKit trying to push through, and riders unable to stay on his wheel. But Keith Enright Jr. trying to open the gap. Here goes Caden Sutherland. We just passed mile 24 heading towards mile 23. Keith Enright Jr. said, today I want to make history. Let me see if he'll make history, as he continued to open the gap. And these guys, he's riding all alone. So we only have 6 riders in this group. Only 6 riders in this group. We have the Guatemalan Kevin Roas. We have Jamal Tablada Jr. We have Malachi Maivit. We have Ahmad Charrington. We have Jaheim Lewis, and we have young Caden Sutherland. And up front, we have the lone figure of young Keith Enright Jr., who continues to pry open the gap. Again, on the front, we have Malachi Maivit trying to close that gap. He sees the danger. Keith Enright looking back, not letting up, still have that high cadence. The young man, Keith Enright Jr. said, Dad, I want to make history. And Keith Enright Jr. continued to press on. And let us see if he continues to pry open the gap. There is his teammate moving up. Young Jaheim Lewis will not assist. Young Jaheim Lewis will not assist, as young Jamal Tablada calling for service. Caden Sutherland in a place of bother also. Jamal Tablada calling for service, and it's young Keith Enright Jr. and these guys are fighting to try to reach back to the wheel of Keith Enright Jr., who continue to press on. Malachi Maivit digging deep, closing back the gap a bit. Malachi Maivit closing the gap to Keith Enright. Keith Enright still pressing on. Let us see if that's Malachi Maivit digging deep as he pulls off his teammate, young Ahmad Charrington, taking over the pace, trying to close back the gap. And Keith Enright, they are closing the gap with every pedal stroke, but Keith Enright not giving up, not giving up. He's looking back to see where they are, and he continues to press on. And it's young Ahmad Charrington, 150 and 205. So 1 minute 50 seconds to Keith Enright and 205 to this group at the back. And here goes Kevin. Here goes Kevin Roas. Here goes Kevin Roas. Kevin Roas attacking out. Roas attacking out. He's about to catch up to Keith Enright Jr. Kevin Roas attacking out, catching up to William, and only Malachi Maivit is able to stay on the wheel. Folks, the whole race have been blown to smithereens. Yes, riders scattered all over the tarmac. We can see Kevin Roas have caught up to Keith Enright Jr. and he's flying away. Yes, Kevin Roas all alone as he continues to press on. Kevin Roas, Keith Enright not able to hold the wheel of Kevin. It's all Kevin Roas. Kevin Roas have blown the whole race to smithereens. He's heading for the 2 riders up front. Kevin Roas, Keith Enright fighting, doing his best, trying to hold the wheel of Kevin Roas, who has opened a small gap. Malachi Maivit have paid the price as Kevin Roas continues to press on. Keith Enright still in front of these guys. But it's Kevin Roas and a mad dash. And Ahmad Charrington along with Jamal Tablada Jr., young Jaheim Lewis, and here we have young Keith Enright Jr. and it's all Kevin Roas pressing on. Kevin Roas, race number 39, the Guatemalan invader, heading towards the front of the race. He can see the two riders. Kevin Roas asking for service. Kevin Roas asking for service. No one there to give Kevin Roas service. No vehicle can come in between. He will have to depend on a neutral service, which is not here. Kevin Roas, as we look back, seems that they have caught up back to young Keith Enright Jr. But it's Roas asking for water, asking for something to drink. No one in sight. He's all alone. As he press on, he can see the lead riders. Yes, Roas riding across. Roas is riding across. He's closing the gap with every pedal stroke. It's somewhere about 40 odd seconds. Kevin Roas presses on as we approach mile 22 here on the George Price Highway. Yes, Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan. I told you about this guy. He's very dangerous. He's shouting. He wants some service. He needs some service. He's asking for liquid. No one in sight. We are just behind. I'm not sure if they will allow his vehicle to come up, but Kevin Roas wants some service. Kevin Roas, as he continues to press on, he's closing the gap. Kevin Roas closing the gap. If I turn my camera around, I can see Jamal Tablada, and all these guys are asking for service too. Here comes the Guatemalan. Yes, the Guatemalan is coming. Yes, he's coming for Roas. The vehicle will come. Yes, he's asking for water. He's asking for water. Here comes his service vehicle. Let's move further. Rick, move to the left. Yeah, Kevin Roas as his service personnel. Oh, somebody crashed. Somebody's off the road. Somebody had a nasty fall, and I believe it's Jamal Tablada. He's off the road. They're picking up. Yes, Jamal Tablada flied off the road. I'm not sure what happened as the Guatemalan getting his service. Guatemalan, Kevin Roas getting a bar. It seems it's a bar of gel. Kevin Roas getting water and spraying water over himself. Actually, he sprayed that a Gatorade. He sprayed over his body. It's Gatorade when you are in this deep of pain. Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan, and they need to move the vehicle out. So he's asking for more service, and the officials is tell the vehicle to move now. And right behind, we can see the guys trying to come across. Kevin Roas getting his service, but the amount of vehicles piling up in between is causing the vehicle to. We can see who's that. That's Jaheim Lewis. Step on it, Rick. Douglas Lamb telling him to move out the way as Kevin Roas continues to press on. Folks, a heavy headwind. Kevin Roas and an all-out onslaught on the Peloton as he continues to press on. Folks, we're heading towards Rockville. It's all Kevin Roas, and behind we see the riders. Somebody had a nasty fall. I believe it was, I'm not sure who that rider was that went off the road. I thought it was Jamal Tablada Jr., but I'm not sure. But folks, definitely ruction and destruction. A lot of smithereens something out here. These vehicles need to move out the way. We are passing Rockville intersection. Yes, yes, and the guys are closing the gap. Yeah, okay. Closing the gap to Kevin Roas. We can see who's that. I'm not sure who that rider is, but they are closing the gap. The group of riders are closing the gap to the two lead riders. Kevin Roas still all alone. We can see right behind the main field of riders. I think it's young Caden Sutherland pressing on to the wheel. Yes, Caden Sutherland. The vehicle have to go. So Caden Sutherland have caught up to Roas. Young Caden Sutherland looking good, looking amazing. Young Caden Sutherland, the son of Kirk Sutherland, looking good. Look at young Caden Sutherland. This was one of the surprise riders. Caden Sutherland have caught up to Roas. They are together. Young Caden Sutherland looking good. He have caught up to Roas. Just in front of them, they are about to make, not too far, they will make contact with the two lead riders. We can see Jaheim Lewis and we have, that's Ahmad Charrington. We have Jaheim Lewis and Keith Enright Jr. trying to close that gap too, folks. It's all out war, it's all out ballistic. These guys are going mad here on the George Price Highway. We are somewhere around just past mile 21, heading towards mile 22. And young Kadeen Sutherland have paid the price. Young Roas riding away. Kadeen Sutherland made a huge effort and he have paid the price. And here comes the guys, and it's Roas who continue to press on. He's about to make contact. Look at young Sutherland. He was right there with the Mexican, taking some deep breath, and here comes Jaheim Lewis losing contact. We can see it's Keith Enright Jr. and Ahmad Charrington. Keith Enright Jr. and Ahmad Charrington closing up to Kadeem. And here goes Keith Enright Jr. as Keith Enright Jr. closes the gap to Kadeem. To Kadeen Sutherland, and it's the Guatemalan who is about to make contact. The Guatemalan about to make contact with the two lead riders. Yes, the Guatemalan Kevin Roas. I spoke about this guy. I said he's dangerous. He is the when I heard that he's coming, I know that he's very dangerous. He had a nasty fall. I saw him. His hands, his right hand was hurting him, but I'm not sure if he took some kind of medication or he survived that. But here comes Keith Enright Jr. Along with Ahmad Charrington and Kadeen Sutherland, the three riders. So, he have caught them and he's immediately on attack. Young Roas have caught the two riders and immediately he attacked them. Roas have caught up to the two lead riders and immediately he put in some pain. Yes, Roas attacked the two riders. He attacked Busano and Joshua Aldana. Roas have caught them. This man is a mad man. Kevin Roas single-handedly came across and he's dishing out some pain here on the George Price Highway. Look at Kevin Roas as he continued to press on. Bosano and young Aldana fighting to stay on the wheel of Roas, who continue to press on. Folks, if you can feel wind out here, it's all out crazy. I mean, I feel like I want to blow off of this motorcycle sitting here, but Roas continue to press on in a headwind, doing some 22 miles an hour, as we just passed mile 20. It's Roas on the front, followed by Bosano, followed by young Joshua Aldana. And we can see just at the back, we can see the three other riders, Kadeen Sutherland, we can see young Keith Enright Jr. and Ahmad Charrington trying to close the gap. Folks, again, he digs deep. Look at Bosano all over his machine. Look at this madman. Kevin Roas going out all out ballistic as he put pain in the legs of the two riders. Look at Roas, Busano and Joshua Aldana fighting to stay on the wheel of Roas. Look at Roas again, digging deep. Busano and Joshua Aldana trying their best to stay on the wheel of Roas as he continued to pry open the gap. He continued to step on it. Roas, where's number 49, had a nasty fall there in Rolling Creek. He have made it back. That gap was some 2 minutes just a while ago, and he have closed that gap single-handedly, and he's back at the front of the race. Kevin Roas out of Guatemala, looking good. The Guatemalan invaders are here, and looking back, we can see the three riders trying hard to come across. I believe the Jamal Tablada, probably he is the rider that went down. He's no longer here. Jamal Tablada is the rider that went down. I don't see him in this group. So the three riders coming at the back is Keith Enright. Again, Roas. Roas laying down the law. Roas again unable. The gap is forming. Busano not able to stay with the onslaught as Roas looking back. Look at Joshua Aldana trying to hold the wheel of Roas, who has gone all out ballistic. Yes, Busano have paid the price. The gap have been opened up. Busano not able to stay. Joshua Aldana, a small gap. He sees the gap as Roas continue to press on. Aldana trying to close the gap. Busano, look at his face. Busano in all heaps of pain, all kind of pain. His legs, look at Busano, all his teeth is showing. And Roas is riding away. Not even Aldana is able to stay with the onslaught of Roas. He's riding all alone, folks. The Guatemalan invaders have come to destroy, and Roas is all alone. He's leading the race at this moment. It's all Roas. Aldana fighting hard to stay on the wheel of Roas as Roas continues to pry open the gap. It's now about 10 bicycle lengths. Roas, number 49, hitting them hard, hitting them like with a sledgehammer, and he continues to press on. He's looking back, he sees the damage he have caused, and it's Roas all alone as he gets in that TT position. He continues to pry the gap open to Aldana. Aldana is not able to stay with the onslaught of Roas as he continues to press the pace. Roas looking good. He will upset the Belizean fans as Roas continues to press on. I mentioned this guy. I said if this guy, and the show last night, I said if Roas is here, I tell Dave, if Roas come with a teammate, this man is mad. His teammate got in that crash and he never recovered, but Roas got up and he chased back the group. He came across, so he's riding solo, man. Roas continue, look at Aldana's face, a lot of pain. We can see the riders just are coming around the curve. It's all Roas. We can see the three riders. We can see Keith Enright Jr. We can see Ahmad Charrington, and we can see young Caden Sutherland folks. This race have been blown to smithereens. They have been scattered like skittles all over the tarmac. I could imagine the face of the fans in Belize realizing that a Guatemalan have come to slaughter our riders here in Belize. He have come fully prepared, and Roas is riding away. We are approaching mile 18 here on the George Price Highway. We have one rider up front, Kevin Roas, being followed by young Joshua Aldana. Here goes Bozano trying to close back the wheel to Aldana, and just at the back we have the three riders trying to come across. That's Keith Enright Jr., young Ahmad Charrington, and young Jaheim Lewis, or hopefuls. Folks, the race have been blown to smithereens. It's all out war. Here comes the Guatemalan team. Yeah. So here comes the Guatemalan service crew. I believe his rider is out. I can see the bike and the bike rack, it's all twisted up. As the Guatemalan service personnel pass us, heading up front to service their rider to refresh him. Yes, he came with blood in his eye. As we can see, Keith Enright, Ahmad Charrington, and Caden trying to come across. But it's all the Guatemalan onslaught. As Busano have made it back to number 18, Joshua Aldana. So it's Guatemalan up front all alone. The Guatemalan up front all alone. He's riding away with victory. He's riding away. These guys have to get serious, or Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan, will steal the show today. He have come to revenge. He won that cross-country champion, that junior cross-country champion, and he came. We spoke a lot about the training that he was doing. He comes from the camp of the Padilla brothers. I think it's Alejandro Padilla and Hula Padilla. They have a training camp, and I think he comes out of the developmental thing. I imagine they are looking on and probably jumping up. They probably don't understand my Creole or my English or whatever, but Julio Padilla, Alejandro Padilla, who both won cross country here in Belize, the whole set of cross country. This young man, Kevin Roas, out of Guatemala, have come and destroyed the entire Belizean peloton. As he continued to press on, Roas all alone. We are just behind the two riders in second and third place. We have Joshua Aldana and Aiden Busano trying to come together to try to close back, but it's all Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan, who have totally destroyed the entire field. Looking back, we can still see the three riders trying to come across. That's Keith Enright Jr., Caden Sutherland, and Jaheim Lewis. And the rest of riders have been blown to smithereens. 28 seconds gap. So Roas have a 28 seconds, all the vehicles have been moved out. 28 seconds. Yeah, 28 seconds gap. You have a 28 seconds gap. And these two riders, and he continues to press on. We can see the drone in the sky. That will give you some beautiful shots, but it's all Kevin Roas as he continues to pry open the gap. That's more than 27 seconds now. That gap definitely open up as Roas continues to pry on the highway, continue to pry open the gap. and Busano and Joshua Aldana trying to stay in contact, but the gap is prying open. Okay, so we move up. The official tell we have to move up. We can't stay here. We don't want to use any. So we have to move up to the front of the race where Roas have blown the whole race to smithereens. Yes, the official asked us to move up. We have to. This is a CFP race, and whatever they tell us to do, we have to do. So we are moving up to the front of the race where Kevin Roas have blown the whole race to smithereens. He's looking good. Kevin Roas out of Guatemala, looking good as he presses on. Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan, have come to Belize, and he have destroyed the entire field. He's not looking back. He's not asking for no help. Well, he don't have no help, but he's all alone. We pass mile 17 here on the George Price Highway, heading into the city, folks. Head out at the BTL, the BEL compound there, and the Philip Goldson Highway to witness the conclusion of this event. Huh? Yeah, then we are, then tell we come. Yeah. All right, okay. No, they tell me come here because they don't want to stay in between. So folks, the officials asked if we come up front, but we are here with the lead rider. It's the Guatemalan Kevin Roas as he continues to pump some 25 miles an hour in a headwind. Yes, Kevin Roas 25 miles an hour in a headwind. Kevin Roas all alone. I know that the Belizean fans are very upset, or not upset, or very disheartened by what they are seeing, that Kevin Roas, see, no man look for fly off. This man had a nasty fall. He rides for a red hook out of Guatemala. He comes from the Padilla camp. I know Julio Padilla, Alejandro Padilla are jumping up for joy and seeing he's looking back, and he has put some distance between himself and the rest of rider. I can tell my friends, if you look at this young man, the way his structure shows that he's a well-developed cyclist for his age. You know, he looked like a pro rider. He is well defined. His muscles are well defined. And young Roas looking good. All alone as we head towards Hattieville, it's Kevin Roas. Destroying the entire field. Looking back, we can see both Busano and Joshua Aldana getting very small. They are extremely small in the distance. So he continued to pry open the gap. I'm not sure if the other group have caught up to those riders, but it's all Kevin Roas as we make our way towards Hattieville. All Kevin Roas. The man is looking good. Yeah. Huh? Oh, you have to gas up. Yeah, we have to stop on. Go there quick. Yeah, we're going to put in some gas quick and then and come back, because when we reach Sakaya, no gas station, we may stop. So now hurry, go put in some gas. The Hattieville, but it's all Kevin Roas. All Kevin Roas as he continues to press on. Kevin Roas looking good as we make our way towards Hattieville. Stop the quick and put in some gas, and then we make our way to the city. Look at all the riders. It's all Kevin Roas. You go to the next one, or you go to the next one? I know this one. Go to the next one. Go to the next one by the road. So Kevin Roas coming all alone. I see young Ariel Garden in the vehicle, so probably she abandoned. Drop me off in the edge of the road there. I can get off here. I'll walk that side there, right? Hold on. Yeah, good. Here comes young Kevin Roas. Kevin Roas all alone, folks. He's all alone as he passes us here at Hattieville. Kevin Roas all alone as he continues to press on. Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan. 1:02. 1 minute 2 seconds. According to official, 1 minute and 2 seconds here. Pride open the gap, and we await the riders. I'm right here in front of the gas station. Rick put in gas quick, and we'll join back the race shortly. So 1 minute 2 seconds, we await. We are right in front of the gas station here in Hattieville, and it seems that the other riders have caught up to Joshua Aldana, and let me see who I'm seeing coming there. You can see the flashing lights, and it seems that those guys are just about to make contact with the two riders, just about to make contact with Gusano and Joshua Aldana. Here comes Joshua Aldana and Joshua Aldana and Aiden Busano. And here comes Kadeen Sutherland along with young Ahmad Charrington and Keith Enright Jr. So the guys just about to make contact. Here comes my motorcycle. We jump back on the cycle and we join back the race. I tell you, a vehicle are full, hardly any cyclists left out on the road. Only a few riders. Here comes my motorcycle. Here comes my motorcycle. I jump on back. Yep, good to go. Huh? Okay. Yeah. So folks, we join back the race shortly, but up front it was Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan, who have blown the whole race to smithereens. We're going to back the front here. So those are the riders, the 5 riders. As the officials tell, we have to move up back to the front of the race where Kevin Roas have blown the whole race to smithereens. He's on a solo run to the city. As we make our way around the roundabout here in Hattieville, it's all Kevin Roas. Look at the line of traffic. Look at the long line of vehicles. The police have the vehicle and pull up on the side. Folks, we head to the front of the race where one rider have blown the whole race to smithereens. It's Kevin Roas. He's nowhere in sight, folks. This is more than a minute. He's nowhere in sight. We are still trying to reach back to Kevin Roas. Let me move my camera so it doesn't get affected by the speed. We're doing some 60 miles an hour, trying to close back that gap. Kevin Roas, who is on a solo run, he will capture all the, we can see him in the distance, about to make contact, just passing Grant's farm. There's the flashing lights. As we make our way back to the front of the race, young Kevin Roas, the sole leader, as he continues to press on. Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan. We have joined back the front of the race, and it's one rider heading towards the city. Kevin Roas all alone. Quinton de Balsamatan training on the highway for the upcoming Holy Saturday cross country race. This is the 24th running. This is the 24th running of the BL Junior Cross Country Race, and so far it's not looking good. It's looking bleak for our Belizean cyclists and Belizean fans. We can see Mr. Ortiz, the Guatemalan, going to ride with Roque Matos in the vehicle, servicing young Roas. Roas all alone heading towards mile 13. It's all Kevin Roas as he continues to press on towards mile 13. Kevin Roas. Looking back, we see so there's the service personnel, and it's Roas all alone. Roas all alone. This man rides some 22 miles an hour in the headwind all alone. 22 miles an hour in the headwind. As we continue to press on towards mile 13 here on the George Price Highway, Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan, have come to our soil, and I could imagine his fans there in Guatemala, the Padilla brothers, Julio and Alejandro Padilla, who both run cross-country races here in the country of Belize. This young man comes out of their training camp. Like I said, he had a nasty fall there in Rolling Creek. He got on his bike, his teammate bike was destroyed, so he was unable to continue. But Kevin Roas rode back. He joined the rest of the field. I saw him holding his hand. I was wondering if his collarbone was hurt or something, but I'm not sure. The adrenaline must have got him going. But it's all Kevin Roas as we continue to make our way here on the George Price Highway heading towards mile 13. Turning my camera around, seeing no one in the distance. No one in the distance. It's all Kevin Roas. There's a drone up in the sky looking down. See you, Mr. Drone. There is Kevin Roas all alone. Kevin Roas, the only rider leading his way, heading towards the city to be crowned as the 2025 junior cross country champion, unless those guys at the back have something to do with it and said, let me make a way back. But we're not seeing anyone in the distance. We're looking back, no one in the distance. And it's Kevin Roas all alone, almost passing mile 13 here on the George Price Highway. Let's go put back in there. Yes, it's Kevin Roas. Kevin Roas, as we continue, we just passed mile 13, just about to pass mile 13 here on the George Price Highway. We have destroyed the entire field. Looking back, no one inside, just service vehicles.
135 got to get by mile.
How much?
135 got to get by mile 14.
Okay, so at mile 14, the gap 135. Roas have on the second group on the road 135. The gap at mile 14, 135. So he have increased his lead on these riders. So he's riding home. I don't think any of these guys will close this gap as easy as that. That's a lot of room to make up in this heavy headwind, and he's doing a constant about 20-22 miles an hour. Let's go talk back. So way in the distance we can see the guys, way in the distance we can see the flashing lights, way in the distance. So the gap have definitely pried open some more. And it's all Kevin Roas as we continue. Dave Yawood, I mentioned it to you last night. I said, Dave, if this Guatemalan come to Belize, he's not nice. All along we were asking, they said, no, you know they come. But this morning when I arrived there in Sokots, I saw them, I saw the danger.
24, 40 seconds.
Huh? How much?
40 seconds.
40 seconds, I say? But they say 135. Yes, in 40 seconds. I don't see anyone behind. That's not sure. It's all Roas, Kevin Roas, looking good. I don't see anyone in the distance. We're heading towards mile 12 and it's all Roas. As the miles close down, folks. If you want to see the conclusion of this event, head out to the BL compound there on the Philip Goldson Highway and witness the finishing of this 2025 junior cross country, where Kevin Roas all alone making his way towards the city. It's all Kevin Roas as he continues to make his way to the city. He wears number 49. He rides for Red Hook Cycling out of Guatemala. Pace dropped to about 18 miles an hour now. So folks, the wind is so, you can see, look at the grass, look at the trees, how they are lined down. Everything is lined down, so I'm not sure. I think it's like a 20 miles an hour headwind heading into the city. If I don't hang on to this motorcycle, I'll blow off. But the trees are bowing down to Kevin Roas as he continues to press on. We are approaching mile 12 here on the George Price Highway. It's all Kevin Roas, all alone. Kevin Roas past mile 12 here on the George Price Highway. So we only have just about 13 miles remaining. So folks, we turn off at the Fabas Road roundabout, go over the Lake Boulevard, I think they call it, yes, Lake Boulevard, over the Guatemalan Bridge, onto the, make a right onto the Philip Goldson Highway, head down to the roundabout and then back to the finishing line there at the BL compound. It's all Kevin Roas. Kevin Roas have blown the whole race to smithereens. He have scattered them like skittles as he head towards the city. I know the Belizean fans' heart are sinking at this moment. So the history will not be made this year unless the only rider able to do it would be Keith Enright Jr. if they would make it back here. But I'm looking back and not seeing these guys who are considered way in the distance. Yes, they are way in the distance. I'm not sure if they will close this gap back down to Kevin Roas. That's the only Keith Enright is the only rider that can make history if he comes over and win the race. But so far it's looking bleak. It's looking slim chance as Roas continues to press on. We are at heading towards mile 11. We are heading towards mile 11 here on the George Price Highway. It's all Kevin Roas. 142. The officials say 142. That's mean the gap dropping some more. It was at 135. Now it's 142. So they are not closing, folks. I can almost say lights out. We'll have a new champion. We'll have a foreign champion. We'll have a Guatemalan champion today. He would have to have some serious issue, but he's looking good. His cadence is high and he continues to press on to some 20 miles an hour in a headwind. Folks, this young man is looking good. He have come to our soil to take the Garland over to Guatemala in the junior category of the 24th running of the BEL junior cross country race. I think he get the last service because I think when he will finish at I'm not sure the servicing will finish at mile 10. I'm not sure, but we'll see. So he get his last service and they have to move up. So Roas got his service. It's moving up. Kevin Roas all alone. Folks, we just passed mile 11 and it's all Kevin Roas. We are not able to stop at the back. They have a separate another camera at the back. So remember, this is a CFB we operate on, so we have to abide by rules. And also fans must say, don't let's go to the back, but see what happened. But you know, we have to stay here at the front of the race. So it's all Kevin Roas. As we just passed mile 11, heading towards mile 10, Kevin Roas out of Guatemala, looking good, still doing some 22 miles an hour. Nice high cadence, somewhere around 85 RPM. If the folks don't know what cadence is, it's the amount of revolution you do per minute. So every time your leg go long for a minute, but he tries to keep up that pace. Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan invader. As he makes his way towards mile 10. So the miles are inching down, folks. He's out of his saddle stretching. I can know the pain he's going through. All cyclists know this feeling, but when he set his eyes on victory, know he'll be the champion, that extra burst of energy comes over you. You get that adrenaline rush, knowing that the championship awaits you in the city or at the finishing line. It's all Kevin Roas as we head towards mile 10 here on the George Price Highway in the 2025 BEL 24th running of the junior cross-country cycling race. No one in sight. Folks, as we approach mile 10, it's all Kevin Roas. Race number 49, rides for Team Red Hook. Approaching mile 10, Roas all alone, some 1 minute 42 seconds ahead of the group of 5 riders at the back. When we left it was Keith Edwright Jr. We had Hayden Sutherland, Aiden Bosano, young Jaheim Lewis, and Joshua Aldana. Those are the 5 riders. The fans, they peep to the boss. 142, 142 the gap. 142. At that gap, you could actually call it. There's no way you'll close a minute and 42 seconds in this heavy headwind with just a short distance left, just about 10 or 11 miles remaining in this event. As he looks back to see where his competitors are, Kevin Roas continues to press on. This morning the race started in Sokots, close to the Benke border, traverse all the way to the city. At this point we are heading towards mile 9 on the Judge Pice Highway. Oh, I don't know if our service closed. Okay, so it seems that service still open up. And if we look, folks, upon the long stretch, we can see the riders. The other riders then just crest the mile 10, just crest mile 10, heading towards us, mile 10. So this is a long gap, so these guys can see Mr. Roas way in the distance. But to make up, look at the trees, how they are, look at the coconut palm, how they are flying, bend over like on the hurricane they come. I have to tell you how stiff this wind is out here today. We can see him in the distance, which is Al Roas. It would have to be a miracle. Mr. Luis Ortiz out of Guatemala. And I think this young man right over the border, he's right from Petén. Actually, I think he's right from Petén, but he's under the guardianship of the Padilla brothers, Alejandro and Hula Padilla, both cross-country champion in the past. He's stretching his back. I'm stretching my legs on the motorcycle. All Kevin Roas. We are approaching the another prize here at the 8 miles gas turbine. I think that's what the thing say. So he will pick up another prize here. Kevin Roas will pick up all the prize from here to the city if he's not caught. He's all alone as he continues to press on. Kevin Roas, all alone. We are approaching mile 8 shortly. Trying to turn my camera to look, see where the guys are. Try to get another time check. Number 49, Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan, who have totally destroyed the entire field and heading towards the city all alone. He's out of his saddle, jogging for a short while, taking all those lactic acid out of his legs. That's the station prize coming up at the mile 8 gas turbine. BL, the corporate sponsor for this entire race. We want to big up BEL for their continued support for the junior cross country. This is the 24th running, and we definitely have to send a big kudos to them. They contribute all the prizes given today. There's a flag waving. He will secure that prize at the entrance to Makasih paper mark, makasih mark. So the prize is mile 8. Kasi you know, it says Ativille. Westlake Gas Turbine, yes. Westlake Gas Turbine, that's the prize that he just won. And then the other prize coming up at Chatham Street Substation. And then the last prize will be opposite the BL. Hola. Man look for going the wrong about. And this is where no more service, the red flags means no more service. There is Joe, no service closed. The red flag means service closed. So Roas all alone as he continues to press on. That's it, no more service. It's all whatever you have in your bottle, your shirt, that's what you have to deal with. Yeah. So no more service as we head towards mile 7 here. 152. So you probably gap even more. 152, folks. Lights out. There's no way these guys will make it back. It's 152. It's 152. The gap is 152 to the lead rider, Kevin Roas, as he rolls into the city shortly, folks. We are approaching mile 7 here on the George Price Highway. So with every pedal strokes, he's getting closer and closer to wearing that champion, wearing that garland, being the 2025 junior cross country champion. It will be taken by a Guatemalan. He would have to have some kind of serious issue to make these guys come back. But as a former cyclist, as a person who so many races, we know what it will take for a rider to come back. So the dream of Keith Enright winning today, the door have closed, and a Guatemalan will be crowned champion today in the junior category of the junior cross country. The 24th running BL junior cross country is coming to a close in just a couple of miles as we continue to press on, heading towards mile 7 here on the George Price Highway with the one lead rider in the lights of Kevin Roas. There is Mr. Drone right up there, Mr. Drone right in the sky. Kevin Roas all alone heading towards mile 7. So here's the timekeeper. He will take his final taking the time check, and then he will report to us. That's Mr. Wendell Williams Sr. Number 49, Kevin Roas all alone heading towards the city, heading towards becoming the 2025 junior cross country champion. Just about to reach mile 7, yes, passing mile 7, heading towards the Burton Creek Bridge at mile 6, and it's still Kevin Roas out front all alone. Heavy headwind extremely hot. I'm extremely hungry. But we go all the way to the city, all the way to the finishing line. Approaching aisle 6. I'm not sure if the young ladies have finished their event, but the junior and youth girls had their cross country today. They started at Cotton Tree, head towards the city. I'm not sure if that event is completed already, but I know I saw young Owl Garden in the back of the vehicle, so I know she's out of the race. Next week Sunday comes the Elite Women Cross Country coming up next week Sunday. That's starting in San Ignacio, head towards Belize. Then on Holy Saturday, 1 week later, the monster event, the annual Holy Saturday Cross Country Cycling Classic takes to the highway, to the tarmac. I want to say, that's still morning. Good morning to my beautiful wife and my entire family. Want big up my driver, Rick Castillo. Big up the Cycling Federation of Belize and all the volunteers who brave their life, come out here to make sure the race runs smoothly. All the camera guys who come out risking their life on motorcycle to bring the live action into your living room. As we are about to cross the Burton Creek Bridge, so we are just about 6 miles out of the city. As Kevin Roas makes his way towards over the bridge. Huh? 147. The gap is 147. So they closed it on a few seconds. It was 152. Now it's 147. No, it was 142. No, it's 1. You probably open, right? Huh? Tell me what, 142 the last time? No. What? Okay, alright, so the guys closed up in 3 seconds. So Rojas crosses the bridge, get out of the saddle, stretches those legs. I'm stretching my legs on the motorcycle. After the ride yesterday, I feel the effect. I just did 25 miles of riding yesterday and I feel the pain, and then guys I do some 70 miles racing at a higher pace. Imagine what happened next week, 2 Saturdays from now. I mean, Holy Saturday when the guys are riding 141 miles. Cycling is not for the faint of heart. It's for warriors, it's for gladiators on 2 wheels. Rojas continue to press on, folks. He will ride him all alone and claim 2025 Junior Cross Country Championship in solo style. We approach Old Belize and it's all Kevin Rojas, Guatemalan. We approach Old Belize, Kevin Roas, the lone leader in this event. Heading towards Old Belize, Kevin Roas, all alone. The next prize is at the Guatemalan bridge. Oh no, the Guatemalan substation, I believe. Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan, have blown the whole race to smithereens. This morning the race started in Sokots with some 37 riders lining up. We rode through about a few miles of dirt road, and then the onslaught started. A few riders got dropped, especially the younger youth riders got dropped. And then there was a nasty fall, nasty crash at Rolling Creek. Quite a number of riders went down in that thing. I could remember seeing Nathan, young Nathan, bare feet on the ground. I saw Roas and his teammate, Matteo. I see that? The guy name again? Matteo Monterosa, yes. Yes, Matteo Monterosa was down. The Greek rider, Tamon Morris was down. Young Devin Major was on the floor, on the tarmac, and quite a number of other riders were on the tarmac. But Roas got up on his bike, he made it back. Tamon Morris made it back, and a few other riders made it back, but he attacked out somewhere around mile 18 and bridge over to the two lead riders, which was Joshua Aldana and young Aiden Bosano, coming for Riga. And he unleashed some serious pacing. Bosano losing contact, also Aldana losing contact somewhere around, I think the attack happened somewhere around just after Rockville. And he dropped the guy somewhere around mile 18. He never did recover, and he pried open the gap. We had three riders at the back who came across. I think Caden Solon was on the wheel of Caden Solon was on the wheel of Roas when he attacked. I remember him at somewhere around mile 21. And ever since, young Roas all alone. So one of the officials said the group at the back have thrown in the towel while Roas continued to press on. We are fast approaching the checkpoint here by the mile 4 at the Coast Guard entrance. So folks, the miles are inching down. This guy have less than 5 miles remaining in this event, somewhere around 5 miles remaining in this event. So if you're not at the BL compound, you're not able to see the finish. But here comes the Guatemalan Kevin Roas as he rolls into the city on this beautiful Sunday. Passing the checkpoint. Look at the policeman wants to stop and get a ticket, but they couldn't do it. Man ride past too fast. Roas continued to pry the gap open as he head towards Belize City, folks. Kevin Roas will be crowned the champion, the 2025 BL Junior Cross Country champion. This is the 24th running of this event. The man will take the garland out of the country of Belize. Kevin Roas all alone. Just past mile 4 heading towards mile 3, and it's all Kevin Roas, the Guatemalan, who will be victorious today. He'll be crowned champion in the junior cross country 25. 145 is the gap. Huh? Okay, 145 is the gap. Kevin Roas of Guatemala, Peloton, Guatemala, will be crowned the 2025 Junior Cross Country Champion as he is running solo to the finishing line. He have decimated the entire field. He have blown into smithereens. He have scattered them like skittles. He has caused ruction and destruction in the Peloton. Folks, we're inching closer, so in a short while the fans will see us as we make our way towards the roundabout there at the Farbers Road, head on the Lakey Boulevard, over the Guatemalan Bridge, onto the Philip Golson Highway. Yeah, he's starting to crump up. Yep, he's rounding his legs. He's starting to crump up, but he have a nice size lead. Still have a nice high cadence. Still doing some 19 miles an hour. Yes, Roas, as he approaches it, the speed drop a bit, but still holding his fort. Was doing some 22. Now it's about 19, but still doing enough speed to hold those guys at bay. There's no way anyone will catch him. He would have to probably pass out or something. Yeah.